Alright guys, so I'm just taking a look here at the reactive flasher target from Best Steel Targets that Scott sent over here after we shot it up a little bit. And I gotta say, I like what I see quite a bit. They use good quality AR500 steel. There's no dimpling or anything, even though I'm shooting 105 grain burgers at over 3,000. If you get a good hit on this thing, it's real easy to tell because that big orange flapper flips up, not to mention the target's moving around anyway, so there's really no doubt as to when you hit one of these things. I probably should have picked a better day, a little bit less windy and a little less mirage if I could have, for shooting a kind of a small target farther out here, but it's a lot of fun, and this stand breaks down in, you know, no time at all. So I think you guys, if you're in the market for a pretty well-priced, well-made target that's got a flasher built into it and a stand that you can break down and throw in the back of your car without needing a pickup truck and a trailer to set everything up, I think this is a really good option. I'm pretty impressed. I'm looking here at the at the rubber or the plastic or what have you here on the side. You can see where the bullets are hitting this, and the frag is shooting off in every direction, and you're getting little bits of it embedded in here. The instructions for the stand actually say be careful of that, so you don't start slicing your fingers up with pieces of lead and steel and, you know, copper and pieces of the jacket and whatnot. But other than that, it seems to be holding up really well. I haven't shot the stand yet, so we'll see what happens if I manage to do that. But honestly, I have no complaints at all, and the pricing on this for what it is really pretty good. So take a look at this stuff if you're in the mood for picking up a new steel target. They're at beststeeltargets.com, and check out the rest of our review on the site. Another thing that I want to show you guys with this Best target is how reactive it is and how easy it is to spot whether or not you've made a hit from a longer distance. The plate that I have on there, it's 8 inches across, and I'd like to show you what that looks like from 1,000. The only problem with that is it's pretty windy out here today, and an 8-inch target at almost 1,050 yards is going to be difficult to hit. So more than a little difficult, actually. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run the spotting scope back there with the camera on it. I'm going to set the spotting scope magnification at about 12 power. And that way, anybody who's got a scope that runs 10, 12 power or higher can get a good feel for what it looks like with that level of magnification from more than 1,000 yards. And meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll run up here and I'll shoot at it where it's a little bit closer and it's a little bit more manageable as far as the size of the target and the conditions that I'm shooting in here today. So hang on a second and I'll go set that up and we'll see how it looks. Hey guys, one of the things I wanted to show you as part of this review was how to set up the last stand, target stand here that comes with the Best Targets gong and flasher. It's pretty easy. Like I said in another part of this review, you need 6 pieces of rebar. I think it was about 16 bucks at Home Depot. You run them vertically through the last stand target ends here, and I'm sure there's different ways of doing this. I find the easiest way to do it is once you've got them run vertically through the stand here, to invert it, step on the middle, and then just pry the ends out and they'll snap into these little end, I don't know what to call them, but there's a spot for them where they'll pop through in the rubber, and there you go, and it holds. So that's then one side of the stand. Do the same thing with the other. That's the second side. You take the remaining 2 pieces of rebar. If anybody's wondering about the glove, it's because these things are rusty and I haven't painted them yet, so I'm trying to avoid needing a tetanus shot. But pick them up. You run the 2 remaining pieces of rebar through the last steel ends here. Sorry, the last stand. Then you pick up your gong and flasher system here. Slide that on through the middle. Set up the other side of the stand. And there you go. What did that take me? 60 seconds? Just because I can, and because I'm using dirt, I like to take the ends here and kind of pry them out a little bit, give the stand a little bit of a wider stance. And once I've done that, I like to push the ends into the dirt a little bit to just really help secure everything so it's not moving. And that way, you know, wind, you know, impacts from the bullets that you're shooting at it, whatever, won't matter. I think I've actually got this angled a little bit back, so I'm going to move it up a little, but there we go. And once again, I seem to have picked the windiest day of the week to come out here and do this, so we shall see how that works out. But I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to set these up and take them down. It takes up no room in the back of the car. You just collapse the legs in when you're done, throw the whole thing in the back, and you know, it's a piece of cake.